Hello and welcome to another update video about silver. Yeah, silver continues to grind sideways just like gold is doing basically. Yep, gold is coming down a little bit, silver moved up a little bit, but nothing really substantial happened since the last video. We did get our fourth wave though. I think we talked about that in the last video. I at least opened this chart and the chart looked basically like that. I didn't have to change anything after the last update. So still possibly looking for one wave down. That one more wave down is not absolutely needed. If it happens, it might reach the area around, yeah, here around $20.60, basically the previous low. We can easily calculate that, maybe even, yeah, we can easily calculate that because typically the target for a Y wave, so we're looking at a WXY structure. The target for a Y wave is often the 100% extension of the wave W. So yeah, we're looking at just below that maybe even. So 100% extension, same length, around $20.50. Is that absolutely needed? No, absolutely not. I mean, it is possible. There are two scenarios we're tracking that we discussed in previous videos. Overall, this is quite a bullish structure on the silver chart. The move down looks corrective, but as you know, these corrections in the metals, they take forever. They really take a long time. That's just something that is common in metals. We have to get used to it. And the idea is the white count, okay, suggests that this here was a wave 2 pullback, which finished in October, yeah, at around $20.60, $20.70. We then started basically a third wave. I haven't labeled the entire move up, but it would be an ABC structure. Basically, this first ABC would finish off a larger A, then we can get a larger B and rally in larger C. That's one interpretation. It's just that this move up looks so much like a corrective structure. It is difficult to count this move up as a 5-wave move, so I prefer to count it as a corrective move up in either an A wave, yeah, which would then lead to a BC pattern, or in an X wave, and we're now coming down in Y and would then rally in, WXY as a larger wave 2 correction. So to keep it very simple, the wave 2 either finished here or here. Okay, so both are bullish scenarios. The only question is the overall low already in? Did it finish? Did this overall correction that really took a long time and started in April last year, did that finish in October? Or is it still unfolding? And if it's still unfolding, we may make a marginally lower low below the October lows, but not substantially lower. We have, however, seen quite a substantial rally here last week. No, it was this week. But it's not substantial enough to confirm to me that the low is already in the white count. So that's of course a possibility. If I see an impulsive rally above micro resistance, then I will consider that the white B wave bottomed here. Okay, you might call it a 1-2 setup. That's possible. Doesn't matter to me at the moment. It's just labeling. The levels are the same. Regardless, I need to see to confirm that any low is in place, and it might be in place, you know. We're talking here about one more low or it's already in, right? But I need to see a 5-wave move up above resistance. So what we need to do is to define resistance. To me, this move down that started here on the 22nd of December looks too choppy for an impulse. So I consider it an ending diagonal. That's why the third wave, for example, is labeled as an ABC structure. That allows me to calculate a target, or not a target, a resistance area for circle wave 4. And it's typically the area all the way up to the 61.8 retracement level. And here I'm talking about $23.49. So I have to take out the 78.6. That would indeed be too high to be reliable. See, even if we break above resistance, I mean, would it invalidate any further downside? No, of course not. But then I would at least be able to consider that a low is in. So I need to see a break above $23, let's call it $23.50, to suggest that a low has formed. And then I'm going to watch for a corrective pullback afterwards. But at the moment, we haven't even reached the 50% retracement level, which will be the next resistance level. Then in addition to that, around 23.50, we also have structural resistance. Can you see that? These previous swing highs here. So that will add to resistance, okay, in addition to the Fibonacci resistance. So it's just something worth watching for. And that's a barrier the price needs to break above. And to be honest, it could lead to something that we might call an inverse head and shoulders pattern. This is the left shoulder. We've got a head, yeah, and the right shoulder and the neckline could be the $23.50 level. Now, that's a little bit speculative. Until we see that pattern, there's not really much use in putting that structure there on the chart. But it's possible that, you know, if we talk about Elliott wave, this move up might turn into a small wave 1, wave 2 pullback, and then a third wave breakout can send us higher. If we get a breakout done, the next resistance level is around $24.60. This previous B wave high, a successful break above that level would further add to increase probabilities that a low in this wave 2 has already happened. Yeah, so overall, I think, again, mentioned it before, I think it is going to be a good year for the metals. I am quite bullish on silver and gold. Silver probably a little bit more bullish, but the structure is a bit of a mess in the short term. So, but yeah, I mean, we are holding above support. For me, it's now just to watch for a successful break above resistance. Until I see that, I would expect another low, but I'm definitely open to the idea that the market could have formed a low here. But the analysis tells us what we need to see to confirm that further. This 23.50 level seems to be quite significant. We had a lot of previous swing highs before in the same area. Yeah, that's my update about silver. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in daily updates about the S&P 500, as well as regular updates about stocks, then check out our stocks and S&P 500 service. You'll find the link in the description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.